Hello everyone, so today we are going to talk about on how to solve rational equations. So our first example is x squared minus 4 is over x and is equals to 15 over 2. So as we can observe, the rational expression has no or they don't have the same denominator. So the first thing we have to do is to get or to make them into the same denominator or get their LCD or least common denominator. So to get the LCD here is just easy. We only have to multiply the denominator 2 onto the denominator x. So 2 times x is equals to 2x. So our denominator is 2x or LCD is 2x. So the next thing we have to do is divide the value of the first denominator onto the new denominator. So x divided by 2x is equals to 2. Now we have to put open parenthesis and put x squared minus 4 and close parenthesis. And now onto the next or the other side of the equal, we'll do the same process wherein we're going to divide the denominator into the new denominator, and which is x. So x times 15 or x and then close open parenthesis and put 15 and then close parenthesis. Then the next thing we have to do is distribute or multiply. Now by we mean distributive or distributive property, we're going to multiply 2 to the x squared minus 4. So 2 times x squared is equals to 2x squared, and then 2 times negative 4 is equals to negative 8, and then copy the denominator. That will leave us to 2x squared minus 8 is over 2x. Then to the other side, we'll do the same, wherein we are going to multiply x to the inside of the parenthesis, which is 15. So x times 15x is 15x. So 15x and then copy the denominator. That will leave us to 15x over 2x. So the next thing we have to do is multiply both sides by the value of the denominator, which is 2x. Now that we have multiplied both sides by the value of the denominator will get cancelled out. And that will leave us to 2x squared minus 8 is equals to 15x. And then the next thing we have to do is transpose. And that will leave us to 2x squared minus 15 minus 8 is equals to 0. So as you guys noticed, the 2x squared minus 8 is equals to 15x, or the 15x, positive 15x become negative 15x. It's because we transposed it into the other side. So when transposing, the value of the coefficient becomes the reciprocal of their sign. So the next thing we have to do is factor out the quadratic equation, because as you can see, it has now become a quadratic equation, 2x squared minus 15x minus 8. So our first example is 2x plus 1 and x minus 8. So to know or to check if the 2x plus 1 and x minus 8 is the right factor out of 2x squared minus 15x minus 8, we can use the FOIL method or grid method, as you can see here. We are going to put the value of x minus 8 here, and then 2x plus 1. And then the next thing is multiply 2x and x, and it will become 2x squared, and then negative 8 times 2x is negative 16x. The next is here, x times 1 is equal to x or 1x. Then negative 8 and times 1 is negative 8. Now we're going to put the value or the answers in the inside of the grid outside. So 2x squared minus 16x plus x minus 8 is equal to 0. As you can see, there's like terms, so we have to combine it. So negative 16x plus x is equivalent to 2x squared minus 15x minus 8 is equals to 0. So, 2x plus 1 and x plus 8 is the factorization of the 2x squared minus 15x minus 8. So, the next thing we have to do is, now that we have two equations, we are going to equal those equations to 0. So, 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. And we are going to transpose the positive 1 to the right side of the equal, because we have a rule wherein on the left side there's only variable, or there should only be a variable and no coefficient. So as I told you, when we are transposing, the sign of the coefficient become the reciprocal of the, or the opposite of its original sign. So the positive 1 becomes negative 1. And then the next thing we have to do is divide both sides by 2, because we want to cancel out the value of the variable, or the coefficient of the variable 2x. So that will leave us to x is equals to negative 1/2. And then the next thing is x minus 8 then is equals to 0. Then we are going to transpose it to, so it will become positive 8. So the solution can either be negative 2, negative 1/2, or negative 8. So to understand more how to solve rational expression, we have another example. So our example here is x plus 2 over x plus 3 is equals to x plus 6 over x plus 4. So as we can see or observe in the rational expression, they don't have the same denominator. So we'll do the same first step, which is to get the LCD. So to get that, we have to multiply x plus 3 and x plus 4, or just copy both. Now our LCD is x plus 3, x plus 4. So the next thing we have to do is divide the value of the first denominator onto the new denominator, which is x plus 3 divided by x plus 3 and x plus 4. The x plus 3 will get cancelled and the answer will be x plus 4, and we'll put it here and then copy the numerator. Onto the other side of the equal, we'll do the same, wherein x plus 4 divided by x plus 3 and x plus 4, that and x plus 4 will be cancelled out. So the answer is x plus 3. Now we're going to copy the x plus 6 on as the numerator. Now the next thing we have to do is distribute, or FOIL method. FOIL method, x plus 4 and x plus 2, then x plus 3 and x plus 6, and that will become x squared plus 6x plus 8, because x times x is equals to x squared, and then 2x, x times 2 is 2x, and then 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times x is 4x, and we will combine the 2x and 4x and it will become 6x, and that will come up with x squared plus 6x plus 8 is over x plus 3 and then x plus 4. Then let's now answer the other side of the equal, which is x plus 3 times x plus 6. So x times x is x squared, 6 times x is x times 6 is 6x, and then 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times 6 is 18. Is 18. Is 18. So, and it become 9x because 6x plus 3x is equals to 9x. So the next thing we have to do is multiply both sides by their denominator, which is x plus 3 and x plus 4, and they will be get cancelled out. So the next thing we have to do is, or that will leave us x squared plus 6x plus 8 is equals to x squared plus 9x plus 18. And the next thing we have to do is transpose, because we have a rule wherein, or so we can combine the like terms. Now, that will leave us to x squared minus x squared plus 6x minus 9x plus 8 minus 18 is equals to 0. Because when we transpose it, the sign of the original variable or coefficient become its reciprocal, or when positive it becomes negative. So that will leave us to negative 3x minus 10 is equals to 0. Now the next thing we have to do is put negative 3x minus 10 to equal to 0, and we are going to transpose negative 10 onto the other side, because we have a rule that there's only variable in the left side. So it will become positive 10, and we will divide both sides by negative 3. So we can have a positive variable x. And then that will leave us to negative 10 over 3, or negative 3 and 1/3. So that's all. I hope you learned on how to solve rational equations with my help. Thank you.